Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Barak, Qadash, and honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS and Akim, pushing spread in truth and in sincerity. So, Lord willing, this video is edifying through the spirit and power of Bahasham, YAHAWASHI. It's Brother Rawchaa. So, just looking up some articles, meditating on a lesson, and this one popped up. It's an article a couple weeks back. So all of a sudden, huge earthquakes are hitting the west coast of the U.S. and other high-risk areas. Have you noticed that there have been a lot of very unusual earthquakes around the globe this week? Suddenly, large earthquakes have started to erupt in some of the most high-risk areas of the planet. Unfortunately, that includes the west coast of the United States. For years, I have been warning my readers about what will happen when the big one finally hits the west coast. Could it be possibly that the quakes that we are witnessing right now indicate that the fault zones along the west coast are starting to wake up again? Let us hope not, because this would be a really, really bad time for a historic seismic event. At the beginning of this month, a magnitude 6.0 earthquake shook a large area near the California coastline, and that quake took a lot of the experts by surprise. Many of them assured us that things would settle back down, but now an even larger quake has struck. On Tuesday morning, a magnitude 6.2 earthquake hit right off the coast of Baja. A magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck near the coast of Mexico's Baja California on Tuesday morning, with impacts felt over 150 miles away in Southern California. The United States Geological Survey says that the quake occurred in the Pacific Ocean about 125 miles south of the U.S. border. So yeah, there's been a lot of earthquakes happening. There was one when I was at around this time. I think it was this one. It was I was at Barnes and Noble, and I was just sitting down, sitting on the chair reading, and I felt the chair move, and I felt like I legit felt. I got up, I get excited. I'm like, oh shit, that's an earthquake, and I get up, and I kind of said it, I said it to myself, like not hella loud, but I was like, oh man, that was an earthquake. And I look around, nobody else felt it, but I was sitting down, and I felt the chair move. There was a Starbucks, a little Starbucks, because they have, in Barnes and Noble they got Starbucks, and the little glass thing that they have between, when you go to order, they have the little plastic. It was moving, and it was going rocking back and forth. I'm like, yep, that was an earthquake, you know. And hey, there's been more recently. This is one happened on the first 28 miles 3.0, on the fourth, which is today's the fourth. Uh, 12 miles from the West Bishop, California, 2.6. Another one on the fourth, 2.8. Uh, on the third, 2.9. So there's a lot of earthquakes happening, man. Even though you don't feel them, hey, there's a lot, and they're saying the West Coast is due for a big one. There was a big one years back where it messed up a lot of things down in the Bay. So this is Second Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, we're measuring the time. What we're seeing these things coming to pass. We're seeing these earthquakes. We're seeing uproars of the people. People are rising up against their governments. Against the laws that they're passing. Against the corruption. People are tired of living their current lives. They know that all governments are corrupt. People are tired of being under subjection to a corrupt government. Here in America, everybody's against each other. There's no there's nobody's uh what you call it, like there's no people aren't together. right? Everything's divided, so everybody's against each other. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, so all these things happening, hey, these were written. These were written before. This is the Most High's movie, and we're seeing it play out. We're living in the greatest time ever. We're seeing the downfall of our enemies. We're seeing, the our people waking up. Those that receive it. Hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. When you see somebody wake up to the fact that they know that they're the chosen people of YAHAWAH Bahasham Yahawashi. So we're witnessing all these things in real time, man. You know. It's not a far away when we're going to see the downfall of our enemies. We're going to see the end of this current rulership, the end of this depressing existence, man. Like the Apostle Gabar says, hey, we're not living, we're just existing. Hey, we're not living, man. This ain't life. This ain't how we're supposed to be living, man. We're royalty. The earth was given unto us, but hey, we don't possess it now. But hey, it's gonna come a time where hey, we're gonna be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna rule the earth, man. And that's what we're waiting for. We're hoping for. So when we see these signs, earthquakes, uproars of the people, we know, hey, the Lord's getting closer to returning. All the shortage of food. I just seen a video where Costco's from Epic Economist. Costco's shortage, getting short on certain items. And a lot of people go to Costco to supposedly buy bulk and cheap. A lot of stores everything's getting more expensive. So hey, all these things are coming down. Everything's stacking up until it all crumbles. So this is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Yeah, hey, so we're seeing all these things. The wars, rumors of wars, all these things going on in Ukraine with America. China, Taiwan, America talking about that they're going to intervene if something happens to Taiwan. All these things are wars, rumors of wars. We're seeing these things coming to pass, and hey, we rejoice because we see that the Lord said these things were going to happen before His return, and we look forward to it. That's what we're looking forward to. There's famines. I was talking about shortage of food. Costco. There's shortage of certain items. Pestilences, different diseases, man. I watched the brothers Zach's video where he mentioned, hey, Esau got the zombie virus. Hey, man, I believe that he does. That because there's this art. I mean, there was this documentary I seen a long time ago where they have this. They had it was this plant, right? I don't know if it was in Colombia but they had this. It's called the drunk plant or the burunduga or some shit like that. But they make a drug out of it, and they put it like in people's like if you just smell it, right? Like it's so powerful. The drug is so powerful. Like if you smell it, like you could control people with telling them like what to do. Just tell them, hey, go empty your bank account. And they'll do it. Anything you tell them, it's like they're not. It's almost like a zombie. Like and I even back then I said, hey, Esau's gonna find a way to weaponize this. Well, then I didn't know it was Esau. I said the elites, the Illuminati's gonna find a way to weaponize this. Hey, and they might have. When they figured that found that plant, they took it, put it in a lab. Trying to make a weapon out of it. So hey, the zombie thing, it could be real. And everybody's waxed up with them things in their bloodstream. They could just fire up the 5G, and everybody just snaps, just starts bugging out, eating people's faces. Hey, there's gonna be chaos out here, man. There's gonna be madness. All these are the beginning of sorrows. We're about to head in right into Jacob's trouble. It's about to get grimy out here. So we just gotta have faith in the Lord, trust in the Lord, and keep fight the good fight of faith. So yeah, that was it. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Qadash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS and the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And shalom to the elect and abad ball, shalak mawat, shalak rayam to Babylon. Shalom to the elect.